Like, I took off my clothes today for $4. For $4. Do you really think that's worth it? No!
It would have been a hell of a deal. Can you imagine?
I'm a dollar tripper and I really had a hard time at work tonight. But because I chose this choice, because I made this decision to quit a real person job and do something that is fast money and has no dignity, I'm not allowed to complain. Like, nobody cares when our nights are hard.
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
Nobody cares when things are scary or inconvenient because we put ourselves in that position. And yes, we did, but it is also still a job. So why are we not allowed to do our job and vent about our jobs like everybody else? Thanks for listening.
What?
To all my other dollar trippers out there.
I mean, who really still goes to strip clubs anymore? Let's be honest. Exotic dances aren't really that exotic anymore. I mean, if we're being honest, most pole dancers are just feminists that did poorly on their SATs. So they really have no choice but to do something strange for that change.
Cliche, I was in college and I couldn't pay for my classes.
I mean, wait, did I go too far? Listen, Your Grace suspects that passport-initiated men have graduated beyond the confines of safe spaces in bouncer-guarded champagne rooms to a world where quote-unquote safe words are the only security necessary. Just think about that. You see, after a man has experienced the ping pong show in Bangkok, he can no longer ride on the Western Bang Bus for exotic adventures. You catch my drift?
I'll never be like that girl over there, that woman over there. Like, there was an older lady that was dancing when I was younger. I would never. And never say never.
The true tragedy here is that exotic women are no longer making enough money to bankroll their bachelor's degrees in gender inequalities and women's studies. Who amongst you are willing to support these low-value, scepter-ring-wearing, gravity-defying 304s?
To all the girlies who want to be a dancer so fucking bad, don't do it. This is not your sign. Any video you see, this is not your sign. You know how rare it is to get a club that's like consistent like that? It's very hard. It's not very easy. I worked and I only made $4. 2 girls out of all the girls I worked today made over 100 today. Like, I took off my clothes today for $4. Do you really think that's worth it? No! Don't say this is my sign. It's not. I promise. Stay to your office 9-to-5 job. You guaranteed money. Me not. This is not the happiest money count because a customer came on me today. You heard me right. You heard me right. Literally, maybe like 30, 40 minutes into me getting on the floor, I see a customer, nobody's sitting with him, and I go up to him and everything's cool. We have a cute little quick talk, and then I ask him if he want to get a dance. He says yes. So we go upstairs. Two songs in, I'm dancing for the second song, and I'm like, you feel yourself up. So I was feeling my ass. I was like, what the? It was wet. I was like, I turn around, look at him. I'm like, are you wet right now? He was like, yeah. I was like, did you just cut me? He was like, I'm so sorry. You were doing so good. I was like, what the is wrong with you? You don't just do that.
Well, of course you do. That is the whole point of this arrangement. If you play with a llama, every once in a while it's gonna spit on you. So let's make something crystal clear. He paid you to play with this llama. Miss us with the drama queen antics and get yourself a wet wipe, for God's sake.
So I was like, no, you need to give me more money for that, and I'm stopping this dance. And I was like, how much did you bring? And he was like, well, I didn't bring that much. But I was like, okay, well, give me 200. And he was like, no, I didn't bring that much. And I was like, I saw how much you pulled out for, like, to get the wristband, because you have to get a wristband to go upstairs. So, like, I know he was fine. So I was like, give me 200 or I'm gonna tell my manager. He was like, no, I don't want any problems. I was like, okay, give me 200. So he pulled out 200, he gave it to me. And I was like, how much more do you have? He was like, this is all I have left. I need this. I was like, give me another 20. And you know what? That was real nice to me because I should have took more. I should have took more. So I took his money, and then I'm walking past. My manager is coming towards me as I'm walking away. And I told him, I was like, he just came on me. So I walk downstairs and I'm crying in the back. And then my manager comes back there and he's like, are you okay? I'm so sorry. Like I kicked him out. Like, I'm so sorry. Is there anything? I was like, bro, this dude, this day, but at least it was consistent. I made like 3 something. So yeah. I know every dancer has this experience, but this is my first time and I'm disgusted. Like, ew. So if you want to become a dancer, just know this is gonna happen to you.
So what is the point of getting a private dance if you can't even release? Worst off, she proceeds to extort him for money and then still snitched on him to the management. For most men, the scantily clad woman market has become somewhat oversaturated. Nobody wants to spend $300 to see a bunch of 5s and 6s dance when they could spend that money on an airplane ticket. Yet another avenue for modern girl revenue ends in a cul-de-sac. Why? Because the performers don't respect the paying customers or try to stand out against global competition. When you can't win on quality and you ignore customer loyalty, well, that's just bad for business. Now hold this ping pong ball while I get us another round of drinks.
See, the cons you don't think about with stripping is that I just barely have enough to pay for my bills this month. But I do want to do a little shopping. I need like a few new tops and a mini skirt because I don't have a lot of clothes. But I know that I'm gonna make like at least $100 before the end of the week. So I'm gonna buy it. But if I can't afford it,
I remember sitting in my car crying my last day working as an exotic dancer. And I was telling myself, this is not how my story is gonna end. Because I would remember every time I went in there, it was just dark, the darkness. Not just the ambiance of the room, but how it felt being there, full of drugs, alcohol, liquor, full of women, not an empowering space of women, full of women, full of competition. They don't want you to take their person or just things like that. It was just a negative place. And I'm like, I can't do this my whole life. I know that I'm struggling. I know that I need help. And I know that I can't pay my rent this month. And I know that opportunities are not coming to me at all, even as hard as I try. But I can't keep doing this anymore. It got to a point where even the customers in the club were like, girl, this is not you anymore. What are you doing here, sis? What are you doing here, babe? You need to leave.
A few moments later.
Yes, I do get judged. A lot of people close to me judge me, telling me, oh, you're never going to get married because of your lifestyle. You won't get a good job because people look at that. And that haunts me sometimes, but you have to trust God. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm faithfully walking this out because...
But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blasphemy. And although you will never be worthy of a monarch such as myself, Lord Destro would suggest that you poor fools at least give oligarchy a try. So evil, Lord Destro.